And good afternoon. It's right at 1 o'clock right now. It's Jazzy Jeff. Glad to have everybody with us. Hope that your Sunday is going very well. It is a little cool and a little cloudy. We are waiting for Petey to join us. He's running just a little bit behind here this afternoon. We have an update on Gary that we're going to share with everyone here. So, again, thank you for joining us across all social media channels. And Gary, hopefully, we'll have the update about him here in just a few moments. It looked like it was great news last night, but we're going to let Petey jump on as soon as he gets on. They are running just a little bit behind here. So if you tuned in, just wait. Pete will be with us here coming up in just a few moments. We'll give you an update on Gary. Also, too, I want to mention there's a couple of other folks that could use some prayers here this afternoon. We just found out that a longtime friend of the Seneca area and a big community member, Rusty Moore, passed away this morning. Now, he was an AT&T or Bell South technician for many, many years. He lived on around the Utica area, around Singing Pines Road, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Jeff Moore, who I graduated school with. Jeff and I were friends and graduated from Seneca High School together. So, Rusty, rest in peace, my friend. You were a wonderful man. He used to listen to me on the radio station many, many moons ago. So, Rusty and your family and Jeff, you are in our prayers, and our thoughts and sympathies go out to you. Just found that out this morning. And again, so many people are struggling and having so many issues. It's just incredible. Today, got out of church at Anthope United Methodist Church, and Pastor Matt Turner talked about the same subject about prayer and how prayer works, and so many things. But again, we're waiting on Petey. He has not joined in yet. Let me see if I can find my phone here. I got an update. They are stuck in traffic. Okay, so they are stuck in traffic. Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and give you the update that I had that came from him. And this was yesterday afternoon. He was very alert and responsive. The vitals were good, and he was able to speak a little as they asked for continue to pray for the strong and strengthen, as he still has a long road ahead of him. But again, this was as of yesterday. We kind of wanted to get an update here from Petey. Petey, I know if you're watching right now, I had to go on. Can you text me real quick what the latest is? I've got my phone right here, and I'll just go ahead and read it to everybody. If you can go ahead and send it to me here, it would be appreciative. But things seem to be going in a great direction. Gary has been in the hospital since just right after the first of the year. And Gary's well known, well respected, well loved in this community. He is a part owner of TriStar Imports, and he's a big time Seneca Bobcat fan. Go Bobcats! Following baseball, his sons played baseball. They love the game. Also, too, he's done a lot for the Seneca Recreation Program in Seneca. And he was stricken with COVID-19 just right after the first of the year, and he has been in the hospital ever since. But it seems like that there is some great progress for Gary, and that we're grateful for. And I've said before, and I've said here before our live videos, that prayer is a very powerful thing. And given this year and things that's happened in the last several years, I'm not the same person I used to be. I think there's a lot of things in this world that has changed me. And I think that God has used me for many ways. By rights, I shouldn't be here now. As I've said before, at 36 years of age, I had a heart attack. And I never really understood what my purpose was, but I kind of do now. And helping the church and helping folks and doing the best I can is what it's all about. And again, the prayers that you all out there and asking for these updates, I know that the Ridley family dearly appreciates it. Gary does. I know that his wife does, and Graham and Petey, super family, just a super family. They're humbled family, but they love each other, and we all want to see Gary back home with them too. So there is nothing, far as I know, that there's nothing else that I can tell you other than everything seems to be going in a positive direction. They're just asking to keep praying for the swallowing, that he'll help improve his swallowing. And but yesterday the vitals were all good, and he was very alert and very responsive. So just continue to pray for Gary and the family and Petey. And Petey, unfortunately, I think we're going to miss our window here. You were stuck in traffic, and we understand. They're stuck in traffic, and going to take a little bit of time. So, yeah, we are. Well, I'll read some of the comments too here, and hopefully that'll give us just a little bit of time. First of all, Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but thank you for your comments. Glad he is getting better. Yes, we are glad. Facebook user, watching, prayers for all, and Lisa. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we were hoping to be able to have Petey on. Petey is actually stuck in traffic right now, and I haven't got an update from Petey yet. So, tell you what we'll do. We're going to hang out here for a few minutes. And if Petey joins us for the next 5 minutes or less than that, we will come back on. Wait a minute. Hold up just a second. I think we have him on right now. As if he gets his camera. I'm waiting for him to get his camera set up. And as soon as he gets his camera set up, I'll bring him on to the broadcast. Okay. There you go. That was fast and quick.
Yes, it was.
But I'm having an issue hearing you. Now try. I think I can hear you now.
You good? Can you hear me now?
Oh, we're good now. So you got stuck in traffic, huh?
Yes, sir. We sure did. We went to Walhalla Steakhouse and ate, and there were some people driving, some slow people. So we were trying to get home.
So you had the Arabian Rooster at the Walhalla Steakhouse, huh?
Yes, sir. I did, with cream corn and a roll.
Well, as I was mentioning, I went on the information that I had yesterday about it being very alert and responsive, and just go ahead and pick it up from there.
Yes, sir. Well, we actually, me and Mom got FaceTime before church this morning, and he was still very aware. You know who me and Mom was. I was like, Dad, I said, because people know him with his mustache and his goatee and everything like that. They haven't got to shave him or nothing, and his hair is kind of getting long, and people know he usually has a buzz cut. And I was like, Dad, I said, touch your face if you want it to be shaved. And he touched his face and everything else like that. Just the one hard thing right now for him is he can't swallow, really. So what they're trying to do right now is trying to give him some ice cubes or whatever to try to help his throat. And he just can't really swallow right now. He still has his little feeding tube. I think it's in his nose or something. And basically, that's basically it. It's just hard to see him like that, but I was telling him still, like, a lot of people are praying for you, everything else like that. And I mean, he looks good. He really does. I mean, he really does. Because I had to go with my fiance yesterday to a clogging competition. I said, Dad, I said, I love you. And I was showing him some different things, and I showed him like a baseball, and you could hear him say like baseball, like he was whispering and stuff like that. And before we left for church this morning, he said, bye, love y'all. And I guess you kind of get used to hearing him sound like that, so we can hear him kind of fluent now. But once all this started happening, like, I mean, you couldn't hear him. The nurse would have to tell us what he was trying to say. So
you'll have to bear with us. Bud, the security dog, see something outside. We're actually sitting in our living room doing this broadcast, so bear with Bud.
Is that bird?
Yeah, well, I think it's the Amazon folks just pulled up in the front yard for some reason. I want to ask this question, and this was something that was asked of me this morning. has the doctors given a timetable far as will they be doing some physical therapy with him to help regain his strength and get him a little bit on a faster track? Are they planning on doing any kind of physical therapy while he's in the hospital?
Well, matter of fact, that I know right now is Tuesday night last week when we did the prayer thing at the hospital. We FaceTimed him and stuff, and they gave him some balls to like squeeze and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And while we were on FaceTime, he didn't have those, but he asked the nurse, he said, "Can I have those balls?" And he was trying to show us what he was doing. And but no, I mean, I would feel like they are. I know they've been getting him out of his bed, so that's a lot of pressure on him too. And he's been sitting up in that chair for I think 2 days straight that he was. Now he would go to sleep in the hospital bed, but throughout the day when my mom would FaceTime or they would call and say like, "Hey, Mr. Gary, he's in his chair. He likes it, and stuff like that." And I would say that they are going to start doing therapy. I know right now the most important thing is right now for him is to try to do therapy with his vocal cords to try to, to try to get his voice back to where it was. And to try to get him to swallow. I mean, if I was kind of nurse, I would kind of do it day by day, just to see how he's feeling. But, him being so sick and through all this stuff, I think that's even a lot of more pressure on him, even just getting out of bed. I know they were saying something that he was at like 70% getting out of bed, but they would try to like walk with him, I guess. And it would only happen for about 3 or 5 seconds because he was just so tired. I mean, like I told Mom, I said, just think, because today marks 4 weeks since he's been in the hospital. And I said, just think if you were laying in the bed and having all this stuff done, me personally, I feel like I wouldn't know how to walk or nothing, so I don't know how he's going through it, but I would say so. Think about this too. They haven't gave us a date or anything when he'll be home. Hey, Mom, I know you don't like being on camera, but have they said anything about therapy, like walking or anything, just by vocal and stuff like that? Is that it?
Yeah, they've done a little therapy on him.
Okay. Mom said they've done a little therapy on him.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He can't swallow.
Okay. Yeah, they know.
So they were gonna call in an ENT.
Yeah. Okay.
This week to see about what's going on with his throat.
Okay.
Him not being able to swallow and talk.
Okay. So she just told me, and I just learned this too, they're going to call in a nurse or a doctor for an ENT doctor.
Yeah, ear, nose, and throat
Yeah,
specialist.
that's what they're doing right now. They're going to do that, I guess, next week or something. They're just going to try to figure out what's wrong with him not being able to swallow or kind of like talk.
Well, you got to understand too, more than likely with him having the breathing tube down as long as he had inside his throat, he's probably got a lot of irritation.
Yep. It was 20 days. That's how long he had it in his...
That's going to take some time to clear up on its own. I mean, if you've ever had surgery or anybody's ever had surgery, you remember that feeling when you wake up in recovery and, your throat is sore and you're hurting.
Yep.
But we're talking someone that had a tube down his throat for 20 days.
Yep.
So there's a huge difference. And I would expect, for him to have some sort of issue with that. But being said, time right now is the greatest thing that we have.
Yep.
Because what is the old saying? Time heals all.
Yep.
And that's what he needs more than anything right now. I'm not going to go. I'm going to go out on a huge limb here, and this is just how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think Gary's out of the woods.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, with everything, and maybe the Lord, this is His purpose, and it's the way it's supposed to be. But it seems like that, every day that there's been positive news, we've only had one little small setback, and that was early last week, I should say, or maybe before that. But for the most part, every day there's been something new. There's been something that he's improved on, and now the alertness is coming back. It's having time to get the sedative out of his system where they've kept him sedated. And so it just seems like that things are continuing to move. But I want to take that and remind everybody, this is the power of prayer.
Yeah.
Again, the story, every day there's a story being written, and it's being written for you and your family and for everybody to see in the world. And that's what makes this such a wonderful story, is the amount of love that you as a family have placed upon your dad, of just how much you love him, and openly shared your faith. That's one of the greatest things that I think people this day and age, and for folks that are suffering, just to take a look and use your family as an example of the love. You know, love is patient, love is kind, and love can move mountains, love can conquer all. And just seeing this prayer and people coming together in the community, maybe this will be shown on a national level, is just how important loving people are. You know, we all get into situations and we all disagree all the time, but at the end of the day, whether we can look at each other and say, "Hey, brother, I love you," or pray for one another, or pray together, that can only make us so much stronger.
You got that right.
With the family unit. But I am so thankful to be able to share this vision and share this with everybody through technology. So many people have talked about this for the last couple of weeks. I mean, people now are asking for, you know, how's Gary? When's there going to be another video update? And it just seems like this has been a perfect opportunity to come in and sit down and just talk one-on-one about things in life.
Well, that's the thing is too, is, you know, in all these videos that we've done, and, you know, even, you know, ahead of time, you know, you talking about love. I think that's what's got me and my mom and, you know, basically our whole family through it all. I mean, my mom's friends, some of them will ask, "Hey, you want to go out to eat?" You know, and they'll go out to eat. And she said, you know, it's just time where I can get my mind off some things, but obviously, you know, it's hard to not think about them. But, you know, you're just trying to, you know, try as hard as you can. And, you know, and I go and, you know, go to work at the rec and then go hang out with my fiance. So, you know, it's just, and so when I go to her house and her family, it's just all love from them. You know, they're asking me when we eat, you know, "Hey, how's Gary doing?" Or, "Hey, if y'all need anything, you know, let us know." And that's anybody, especially our church at Hepzibah. They have been extremely loving. Texting my mom and gave her some flowers and stuff like that. They even give us a gift card to DoorDash. I mean, there's just those little things, you know, and we don't take that for granted. So, you know, everything's just falling in place, you know, like we always talked about. You know, he's in the right direction. I mean, I just can't. What's amazed me through all this is where he started of getting sick and then having to go be on the ventilator, and then where he's at right now. I mean, Tuesday night when we went to the prayer thing, and I always talk about prayer. I think prayer is the most important thing whenever you're going through depression or, I mean, love or anything. You know, you can pray about anything to the Lord, just cry out and give it all to him. And that's what we've done. I mean, it was like Tuesday night, we FaceTimed him before we went up to the hospital, and he had those balls, and his arms couldn't even, like, I mean, he was slow motion like this. We FaceTimed him today, and FaceTimed him yesterday and today, and his arms are just going like this. I mean, it's just like that right there just amazed me. I was just like, wow, like my dad is like, you know, he's not quitting. And every time that I FaceTimed him or even got to talk to him, I'm like, "Dad, you know, you've always taught me whenever you start something, you finish it." And he'll start nodding. And I just tell him, I say, you know, we got a lot of stuff to do, but right now the most important thing is you take care of yourself and you do. And I crack up when I say this. I said, you do what the doctors tell you to do. Don't be a rebel about anything. You do what you're supposed to do. You know, so it's just all love. I mean, that's all it matters. I mean, you know, I've learned in my life to not hate people or dislike people, but you know, if you could just pray for those people who are struggling or not even struggling and just love them the way you want to be loved, then that's life. I mean, all love is what you just said before I started talking. that's it. You know,
Yeah.
all love for everybody. I mean, I think that's what's got us all through it.
Well, for going forward, we will continue this update for as long as he's in the hospital,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the day that maybe if it all works out and it's Lord's will,
Yeah.
I want to be there with the camera as we're
Right.
rolling him out of the hospital.
Right.
That what a joyous occasion that will
I
be.
can't wait. I can't
And I
wait.
know you can't. I know you and your mom. I know you all can't wait to
Oh yeah.
have him back there at home. And I think I can speak for hundreds and hundreds of people. We can't wait to go back to TriStar Imports
Yes.
and see him there.
Yeah.
To
And I always
me,
like to talk about them. They're still doing good too. I always try to text one of my friends who works there, Grayson Anderson, and he's told me, nothing has slowed down. Everything's going forward, which that makes, it's a good thing, And I know Dad's probably thought about it, or I don't know what he's thought about, but I know whenever he gets ready and he can step back into it and do his routine, I know that's one place he's going first because he loves that place.
yeah, he does.
Yes, he
And it's
does.
been a testament of him because he's been there for many, many years.
Yep.
And he loves that place. That's where that's his calling. That's where God needs him to be. And he's seen so many people that have come through the community. And but again, it's just a story that just keeps getting written, and there's more pages, more chapters being added to it. Well, Gary, Petey, if that's it, we'll go ahead. I called you Gary. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's all right. I do have an announcement.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody has seen on my Facebook or on Miss Lori Malpass or anybody that shared, but TNR Graphics are selling T-shirts that says Gary Strong with a baseball. And I think, and a lot of people text me, how do you do it? If you click that link in there, it'll show you two different shirts.
Is the link right now on your Facebook page?
I think so. Yes.
All right. While you're doing that, I'm going to go pull up your Facebook page and see if I can get the link real quick. And if I can, I'm going to pop it up here on the video. But go ahead and explain.
Yes. Well, if you click the link, and if it doesn't work, you can inbox me on Facebook Messenger. I have a lot of people text me and ask me, hey, how do you do this? Or, what do you do with this? You just click the link and it'll pop up, TNR Graphics, whatever, and it'll have two T-shirts. And I think one of the T-shirts that I looked at was kind of like a navy bluish, and then the other one is kind of like, I want to say like a Duke color. And it says like Gary Strong, and it has Philippians 4:13, and it's like a baseball. And we did those shirts, not just for us. It was just because of everybody was asking, because when those gray ones that TNR actually gave me and my mom said Gary Strong, a lot of people were asking me and Mom. Well, I was like, I could put in an order for anybody. And Mr. Ray Murphy at TNR, he's like, we can just do this, and they're going to do it online. And I think what happens is I haven't had nobody tell me. The link,
by the way, link is up now for everybody to see. So you can go to this website. It'll take you to the ordering, and you can see what the shirts look like. And it's also available right now for folks.
Yeah, and you just buy it online. And I think, because I haven't had no one, if people don't buy them, it's okay. I was just trying to find some people. So if they wanted them or not, I think what happens is you order online. So if I did place an order right now, you pick your shirt, your size or whatever. And then I think what you do is you do an email, and I think they email you saying it's ready. And then you go to TNR and you pick it up. And where TNR is, I don't know where.
I'll tell you what, hold on just a second. The two different shirts, if you click one of the shirts, there is a soft style T-shirt, and then there's another two colors. If you click the shirt itself, it'll open up at another web page, fill out the information. You can also have it shipped to you as well.
Yes.
But it's $20, and you can pick your size, add to the cart, and with shipping, or you can pick it up in the store at there at I think TNR Graphics.
Yeah, and if anybody that's watching right now, you can type in on smartphone, anything, just type in TNR Graphics, and it should show you
All right,
where to go.
I tell you what, hold on just a second. I'm going to bring something up for you to see.
All right,
and let me see if I can application window. Hold on just a second. I'm good at this now.
He's the man, right?
There is the shirts, and let's share.
Yes. Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. That's it.
All right, let's go ahead and so that's the official website. If I do this, and you should see this too, Petey.
Yes, sir, I do.
There's the add to cart. You can change the size. And then once you add to the cart, it'll come up. It'll calculate, continue shopping. And then you order, go through it, register, log in, and order. So, yeah, you can. You can actually do it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how those T-shirts. And I think one of my mom's friends said they were trying to get a big enough order to do that. And like I said, if you just type in TNR Graphics, you should know where it is. If people don't know where it is, it's kind of right. Right there in front of the bowling alley.
It's 109 Deborah Street. And Donnie's got it for us.
Oh, Donnie. Oh, Lordy.
Biggin is helping from the other end today.
Yeah. He's the other top man, ain't he?
Yeah. All right, so there you go. We got your T-shirts, and again, TNR Graphics located at 109 Deborah Street. Donnie, thank you for that. And there, of course, is the website. It says GaryStrong.secure-decoration.com. And that's the website to order directly. And this is a great shirt to have to show your support and your love for Mr. Gary.
Yeah, well, and Petey, if anybody needs help, if anybody needs help or anything, y'all can Facebook message me anytime. I know my mom doesn't have Facebook Messenger, but if anybody needs help to do that, I'm going to order a couple, just to have, no matter whenever he gets home, might be work shirts or whatever, at least I can have something with Dad's name on it, try to help their business out because that's a top business. Even that's why I asked them to do it. And I know there's other boutiques and all that stuff, but they even helped our store made some T-shirts and stuff like that. Right. So, but like I just want to say, like I always say, thank y'all, whoever's watching, who aren't watching, who goes back. Thank you for the prayers. Me and my mom couldn't do it without y'all. We are praying for everybody that is sick, that's non-sick. Everybody's on our prayer list. So we appreciate it from the Ridley family again. And I guess we'll see you next Sunday. Hopefully Dad will be home by then.
If not sooner, we may.
Oh, yes.
All right, Petey, thank you so much. Hang on after the broadcast, and I'll be right back with you. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining here. Let me remove you. There we go. Again, thank you so much. And down in the bottom corner right here, there is the link again. If you want to get one of those Gary Strong shirts, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, folks, hope that you have a great week, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon. Again, happy Sunday. Try to stay warm, safe, and dry. We'll see you later.